Hello, my brother. Welcome. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I almost forgot this time. I almost forgot that what we are doing is not easy. Whoever that said that what we are doing is easy, let the person come and try. How are you doing?
Thank you.
How is your side? I hope the weather is today here is very warm. I hope the weather is warm like yours. You are welcome to the program.
The home of news and analysis, where you get your information about the happenings in the globe, especially in Nigeria. Listen to the sound. It's Rizmani on the beat, and you're welcome to Linda's TV show, the home of news and analysis, where you get your information about the happenings in the globe, especially in Nigeria. Listen to the sound. Listen to my voice. Would you listen to this melody and you will find yourself? Listen to the sound. Listen to my voice. Would you listen to this melody and you will find yourself? I hope I reach you with it. What if we stop pretending and really do practice love? Yeah, like stop putting a price to it. Why would your loved ones fall from your expectation and you label them misfit? Expecting perfection from a seed you sowed beneath an imperfect soil. You can't be dealing on perishable goods and praying to God they remain fresh forever. Shut the fuck up. With time they are predestined to spoil. Listen to the sound. Listen to my voice. Would you listen to this melody and you will find yourself? Listen to the sound. Listen to.
Good evening, good morning, good night, depending on your location or anytime or anywhere you are watching us from. Please, if you are joining us, the first thing you should do is to share this video because YouTube cannot help you. You can help us by liking and sharing to any platform. This is a call for self-determination. They don't like how they like you promote or the video. Don't worry, because I have mother Tom we not can get with go video. So go in your car, ịgbasa oziọma ịbịara ịgbasa ebe a n'ụbọchị nke taa o gị nwa share video like ya share ya to any platform. Ihe a bụ ji aka gị zọrọ onwe gị. Ndị anụnwa niile ego bichago ha. Enwezidi ịga even nke Facebook ka Joseph. Ịga ebe ndị niile na-eme ihe a ekeshiri ha eriri. So otu a ga-esi wenyere anyị aka onwe anyị aka o ịbịa ịgbasa oziọma. I greet you anywhere you are joining us from. There's a link there. This is an interaction section, and also to update us about how far and the latest development, because a lot of people have been saying no new news, no new video. Prime Minister is not doing this time around. He is always busy. He is on tour, so you don't expect him. But once he conclude any of his journey, he always come live. If there's any emergency for him to broadcast, he always broadcasts it. This is a very good opportunity for us. For the natural inwere onwe ha. Revolution ebidogo n'Africa already. Obodo ọbụla na-eji ha aka ha zọpụta onwe ha kịta. Adam sure na enwere ihe ọzọ ha ga-eme ọ bụrụ na nke a gafee. Niger na-achọ ịzọrọ onwe ha Congo ebidogokwa nke ha, and other countries also ndị anyị na-achị isi n'aka ha apụwo ndị ka na-arara ụra. So I welcome you all, and also we are trying everything humanly possible to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of this movement, is out. And I'm waiting for this guy. What is his name? Nonso Ochiwo. I am happy that he is out. So he said he's going to share his experience. And there was a statement he made. He said that from what they did to him and from what he experienced while in DSS custody, he now categorically can say that there are a lot of people who pay billions, aboka millions, who pay billions to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not out, will not be out. So before I was thinking that the problem is coming from Nigerian government, but now it's obvious. None the buy name SH0CK. So to inform you about the letters, I'm going to allow my brother Chuk Survivor, who is already here, to give you details about the new developments in this. Like play. Onuga neba na bo Prime Minister akpada ekperima o wetero no Biafra. Like my brother Chuk Survivor, there is adage he always said before. He said you will sleep in Nigeria and wake up in Biafra. Some of us I got around in Nigeria, akpota inora na Biafra. And there is always one statement Mazi Nnamdi Kanu usually make. He said that Biafra restoration will be the last miracle in this planet. And I believe him. Look at how difficult it is. Just like the Bible said that it's very difficult, it's very easy for a camel to pass through needle than a rich man going to heaven. Do you see how difficult it is for us self? How difficult this thing I know. So if we were united, I better Karhalon Bakam Obiana. But the difficult is I wait to cut away on, and that is why they strongly believe that it will not come. But trust me, at the end of this, kita no waga has some water na go. So I will give my brother Chuk Survivor, my brother Van Maxwell. I'm sorry I didn't tell you I'll be coming today. If you are watching us, whether in your farm, anywhere from Ghana, your seat is here for you, and any other person that wishes to contribute, you can click on that link. It will bring you in. So, my brother Chuk Survivor, I will leave the floor for you.
Thank you.
Can you speak a bit? I cannot hear you clearly, or is it from your microphone?
Can you hear me?
Yes, good. Yes, good now.
Okay.
My brother, research, touch your microphone. It's speaking inside there. It's not well audible. Sorry, it's from my side. Let me mute my.
So, fellow Biafrans, I hope you can hear me now. Yeah. So, thank you so much for that introduction. I appreciate you. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to speak once again to Biafran people on this very platform where we can be able to reach to as many people as possible. So whoever is watching us, any place you are watching us from, We appreciate you and we welcome you on this very platform. As you join this very platform, I will urge you to please kindly like and share. Like and share the program. It is very important because the radical evangelism that we have all agreed to engage in, we continue on that radical evangelism, and we have to make sure that we reach to as many people as possible. Just as my sister has said, we are the ones that are going to extend the message to people to hear. Nobody's going to do it for us except that we do that. How are we going to do that? We will do it by you helping out to share. Share on your own platform, share on your WhatsApp group, any WhatsApp group you belong into. Wherever you found yourself, please kindly share so that we can reach to as many people as possible on this very platform. So today, it is no longer news what we are doing, the direction we are going, and what is happening. A lot is really happening. A lot is really happening. And I tell you, there's no more doubt, unlike before. Initially, there used to be doubt on different places, on different angles, from different quarters. Some people saying they don't know where they are heading, they don't know where they're going. But at this point in time, I don't think there is any legitimate Biafran, a sincere Biafran that is today still doubting where we are going or where we are heading to. It is now much more clearer than it was yesterday. The direction we are going today is very clear than ever. So many things have happened. When we talk about the coming of Biafra in 2023, some people think it's just a mere hear word say. No, it is not just by saying it by mouth. We are working towards that. Today, our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic of in Exile, is working 24/7, keeping his word and promises. Remember when he joined this very struggle, he said he cannot be in this struggle for 5 good years without a result. I want you to always remember that statement and be counted. When you look at the speed at which we are going today, you will know that nothing will stop Biafra. The Republic of Biafra is positioned very well today to regain their freedom. We are well positioned to regain our freedom. All you need to do is to pay attention and watch events that is unfold. Our Prime Minister have activated so many things that is pointing to the direction of the coming of Biafra. First of all, I want you to remember that this very month that we're in on the 15th, the administrative office of the Biafra Republic of Exile is going to be opened in the United States. So if you're in the US, prepare yourself to be there in Baltimore. Be there in person to participate in that inauguration. That was the office that people went and began to push propaganda. They say Master Simon Ekpa just went and took a picture of the house. Some say he has stolen money, he's not doing anything. Many propaganda. And people that carried out rumors, they have all disappeared today. But I pray that on the 15th, when that inauguration will be done, I hope they will come there with their camera. That camera, they used to go there in secret to video. That day is a free day for you to video as much. That day they will have opportunity to enter into the office. They will enter there, ask that question they wanted to ask. That premature question they were asking. On the 15th, they should come there. They should not run away. They shouldn't hide. It's not time to hide. The inauguration will be done. That is why, you see, it is only the truth that can stand the test of time. If you lie, your lie can only last for some few minutes. After some few minutes, the only thing that will make it to last for minutes is that you will continue to lie more lies. When you pile your lie until you get tired of lying, you run away. But for people who are standing on the truth, they will continue to speak the truth and stand on the truth. On the 15th, that very place we inaugurated. After that inauguration, we begin to prepare for our self-referendum convention in Finland on the 30th of October. The registration is already going on. People are registering. People are registering in numbers. And people are taking position. If you're not on time, you might not even be able to get the opportunity to be there. Biafrans across Europe and America, everybody is flooding to Finland for that convention. In that convention, you are going to ask your questions face-to-face, make your suggestions face-to-face, and listen to experts, people who know very much about referendum. People from other parts of the world, other international communities will be there. You will have to hear from from the world, the global community, on the importance of our self-referendum and how it's going to be conducted. And most importantly, you have the opportunity to meet our Prime Minister face-to-face. If you want to take a picture and have a handshake with him. It's an opportunity that nobody can afford to miss. If you can be able to be in Finland, be there. Don't miss it. And after that, then you will see Biafra clearly, more than you have ever seen it. One of the things that again that Master Simon have now, our Prime Minister have activated. He have activated the settlement of every internal conflict. When we talk about settlement of every internal conflict, he called it Iduakanonu. That is what he titled it. The Iduakanonu in Biafra have started. Everyone that is standing against Biafra, those ones who are sponsoring criminals against Biafra, the people that are sponsoring terrorists against Biafra, the people who are going to invite the terrorists, going to invite the military against the people, every single one of them, their own time has come. Their page has been opened. And the Biafra Republic Government in Exile is today visiting every one of them, one after the other. Our Prime Minister activated that. The Iduakanon of every internal saboteur. After he gave them 5 good days to repent, the 5 good days expired on the 1st of September. And the order was given that we did not tell you not to serve zoo. If you want to serve Nigeria, it's okay. But you must go to Abuja to go and serve. Not in Biafra land. If you stay in Biafra land, you are staying at your own risk. And you are going to pay dearly for it. If you want to take the warning for a joke, it is up to you. That it has not gotten to your doorstep today doesn't mean it will not get there. It will definitely get to you. And for those who has contributed in one way or the other to fight against the will of the people, for those who have been planning in different places to invite the evil people against Biafra, for those who have played a role in taking the life of Biafran people, the Biafra Republic of Exile and the Liberation Army are after them. Not only in Biafra land, even if they are residing in Abuja, the Liberation Army is chasing them to Abuja. If you like, go to Kano, you'll be followed there. If you like, go to Lagos, you'll be followed there. Any place you hide, you will be followed there. Biafran restoration have started. And in this time, we have learned a lot of lessons from what happened to our Supreme Leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu case was a case study. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was a very peaceful man. People never knew that he was peaceful until now. They were calling him names. They say he's a tribal bigot. He's a troublemaker. He is bringing war. But today, they have now realized that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was an angel. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was an angel. But they planned and kidnapped Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And they were able to succeed because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was giving them an open door for repentance for a very long time. He gave them the olive branch. But at every given point in time, when he gave them that olive branch, they abused it, they insulted it, and instead, they had the opportunity to plan and kidnap Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. When Mazen Nnamdi Kanu get to the stage of restoration, they couldn't bear it. They gathered themselves fast with insiders, people who were close to him, and they sold Mazen Nnamdi Kanu out in Kenya. Tortured him. After 8 days, he was extraordinary rendition to Nigeria. And from then till date, they say he must pass through the law court. He passed through the law court and they won them, but they have refused to release him up to today. That is a very big lesson that we have learned. And in this time of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, we cannot risk that. We cannot risk Mazi Simon Ekpa for anything. That is why we are going after them before they come after us. They will not even have the chance to make that plan anymore. They will not have the chance to gather anymore. They can't gather. That mistake was made in the past. They were allowed to gather, and they succeeded. It cannot happen again. We have learned a great lesson for what happened in the past. That is why today you see the speed at which the Biafran Republic in Exile is moving. In a very great speed, without looking back. Everything that needs to be done has to be done. Just yesterday, was it yesterday or day before yesterday? You know, for a very long time, people have been making contributions. And for a very long time, people have been saying, you are talking about the Biafra Liberation Army. Every time, army, where are they? They want to see them. Where is the Biafra Liberation Army? How prepared are we? Are you prepared? Is it not just noise making? But since yesterday that our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa have released a very short clip of the Biafra Liberation Army, very soon, the full army will be revealed, unveiled. When you see the unveiling of the full army, then you have a say. But now, only a short clip that was shown. People are running helter-skelter. The social media is on fire. People are taking cover. Only a short clip. And after watching that short clip, what do you see? When you hear our Prime Minister tell you that we will put a no-fly zone and we will hold it, are you still doubting? Do you think we cannot hold a no-fly zone? Just go and look at that clip. What you are seeing there is not toy. What you are seeing there is not robot. All those things you see, sample is what you are seeing. There are greater things than that. And that glimpse you see will show you the capacity of the Biafra Republic of Exile. That when we say no-fly zone in Biafra land, you dare not cross. For a very long time, Mazi Simon Ekpa have been saying it, and when he makes that speech, some people will laugh at it. They will think he's just saying it to entertain them. They think he's just saying it to make them happy. And I have always said, anytime you come on the platform of our Prime Minister and he is talking, don't take his word for a joke. You know, some of us, due to the fact that we see him every day online to come and speak, he come online every day, very cheap. You know his social media handle. Every time you go there, you get information. We look at him as cheap. We look at him, is he not that Mazi Simon Ekpa, that one that broadcasts every day on social media? We don't know his value. We do not know the value of whom SH0CK has given us. A very great access. Today, look at the transformation that IPOB have had. He has been able to recover the IPOB of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu back to their normal stage. Back to their normal status of being consistency personified. Back to the normal stage of being truthful. And not only that, we have grown from being a boy to a man. IPOB is no longer a boy. Today, IPOB is a government. Speaking as a government, interacting with governments of the world. Interacting with world powers, people that matters. Winning more friends and allies, right, left, and center. But the most disgraceful and shameful thing is that there are still people who claim to love Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who claim to believe Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and they are still today talking as an organization. Obi is a boy. Every year you are still a boy. You don't want to grow. Even when you see the growth, your envy and your jealousy will not allow you to join the growth and enjoy the benefit of that growth. It is sad, but that is the reality of today. But whether they accept it or don't accept it, we have left them behind. Today we have a government, speaking as a government, marching forward without looking back. And no man born of a woman can stop the progress we are making today. You cannot stop it. It is so laughable sometimes when you look at these people who are attacking the struggle today, attacking Mazi Samuel, because whenever you raise your hand against Mazi Samuel, whenever you raise any propaganda against Mazi Samuel, you are doing that against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have transferred authority to Mazi Samuel even before he was kidnapped. He transferred authority to Mazi Samuel. When he introduced Mazi Samuel as the new dimension, there's no way you can have something new and you begin to refer to the old. Every one of us is praying every day to have something new in our life. The only wish of every man is for growth, to grow from the old to the new, to grow to a better person. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu introduced that growth. While he was still with us, he introduced it. And he told us, listen to him, follow him, share his videos. But yet, the people who so much believe in command and control, that most important command that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave, they did not obey it. They ignore it. The same people today, you go to their platform, they'll be using Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They say he's their leader. And ask them, what plan do you have on the ground to free your supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? What strategy do you have to get Biafra? There is no plan whatsoever anywhere. What have you learned for more than a decade that you have been following Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Nothing. They learned nothing. Today, some of them will tell you that they will not do anything. They are waiting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come out. And when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come out from DSS, then they will continue. And you forgot, let's take example of the Bible. Remember the people in the Bible that their master gave, the 5 men they gave talent. I think it's 5 talents that was given to people. The men that was given 5 talents. And some was given their own. They took their own and buried on the ground. And when they were asked, where did he bury their, they say he buried his own on the ground because his master is a greedy man. He doesn't want to make a profit for master. When the master came, he gave the master back exactly that same 1 talent. Meanwhile, other people used their own talent, invested it, and they made more profit and gain. That is what we are seeing in IPOB today. There are some people who have been given that talent. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has given an order. Explore, go and get me Biafra. Some people are folding their hand. They are still waiting for him to come out from the DSS and get them Biafra. Is that not wickedness? That is an absolute wickedness. If you are still waiting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to free himself from the DSS, then he will now come and begin to agitate. I pity you. You don't know what you are doing. You must be gentle. Everybody must put their hand on deck and do what you can do to make sure that Biafra becomes a reality. I can see we have a guest. You're welcome.
Yeah, you can welcome him. And Erim Emmanuel Okoye, you are welcome to the program. How are you doing? It's like he's having problem with his network. Mr. Emmanuel okay, are you there? Can you hear us? Good evening, sir. You are welcome to the program.
Good evening, my dear.
Can you hear us?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, the floor is yours now. You are welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you very much. I am joining you from Libya. Actually, I've just come in. I don't even know the topic of the topic you are speaking on, but I'm just very grateful to join you. Yeah,
You're welcome. You're welcome. Generally, generally we are talking about the situation of the Biafran. You know, in this very platform, what we do mostly is to encourage Biafrans. Is to encourage Biafrans, knowing fully well that we are at a crossroad now where we have to step into Biafra. What we do here is to encourage Biafrans. We are not here to castigate people. We are not here to speak against anybody nor attack any individual. We are focused on encouraging Biafrans to stand their ground and support the Biafra Republic government in exile with Mazi Simon Ekpa in the leadership. That is where we stand. And so many things have been happening. And presently, so many things have been activated by our Prime Minister to see that we walk into Biafra. And Biafra is becoming much more clearer than before, much more closer than it was yesterday. So, on this very discussion today, what we are trying to do is to encourage Biafrans. If you have any word of encouragement you can give to Biafrans regarding to the situation that we are in now, more especially we are having internal settlement of conflict, the Idwakonono that is going around in Biafra land today, and the sanction that have been given to the political elites to either resign or leave Biafra and go to Abuja to settle. So these are the issues we are deliberating and looking upon. So whatever contribution you have to make or advice or encouragement to Biafran people, go ahead and do that. Thank you. Welcome.
yeah, thank you very much for having me.
You're welcome.
In the right sense, all these are steps in the right direction. I know the Prime Minister severally had tried everything, to avoid this, but this is not forthcoming. They kept pushing him, and I think this Idwakanono of a thing is a step in the right direction.
Exactly.
The issue is that these people that are serving Nigeria, they either back out or they leave that Biafra land for us. Yes, they either back out or they leave that place, Biafra land for us. Yes, the commissioners, their grace is up. They have to go. And moreover, all those people that, or all those politicians that have gone up Abuja, and from there, doing one or two things with the people who support them at home. In short, it is a high time all these things end. It is a high time all these things end. Coming to the seat at home of a thing. Coming to the seat at home of a thing. This is the only way out because we've caught them. We've caught them in a very tight corner. Because if you go out to protest, they kill you. Now, if you stay at home, nobody comes there to kill you. Therefore, that's an option. That is the next option. The next best option is sitting at home. So I encourage all Biafrans to please sit at home. Please obey the Prime Minister. That guy is doing us proud. That guy is mean. That guy is God sent. We indeed have got to listen to him. He is somebody that we have to listen to. My dear, I am saying that everything happening now, I am just very, very happy. And I want personally to thank you all, thank the Prime Minister for all he's doing for Biafrans. The media team, oh, you are doing marvelously well. I thank you all thank you very, very well. Keep the fire burning. More grease to your elbow.
Thank you so much, my brother. This our brother just reminded me of something. My brother took survivor. I want to ask, all these people that have been telling us Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said this, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that. Have Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stopped talking, or they don't explain tire?
Our Prime Minister said he said it that they will explain tire, and they are actually tired. You see, it is so funny. It is so funny. That is how people disgrace themselves in this very struggle. And one thing with the Biafran people that made me love Biafra, that even if I come back in my next world, I will still come back as an Igbo Biafran. I have no regret in being an Igbo Biafran. I'm so happy, so proud to be an Igbo Biafran. And in my next world, I will still come back as an Igbo Biafran. Igbo Biafrans are people that you don't convince them easily. Before they follow you and agree with you, you must convince them and show them what you have. And once you are able to convince them, they will follow you to your grave. Do you know how long it took Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to win the heart of Biafran people? Do you know how long it took him to win the heart of all the Biafran, that today every one of us is ready to walk into the grave with him? And one important thing about the Biafran people, any day you misbehave, maybe you think that because they have loved you now, all of a sudden you begin to misbehave. Any day you change and begin to misbehave, that is your end. It doesn't matter how important you think you are. It doesn't matter who you think you are. Any day you misbehave, we will desert you, broad daylight. You saw the White lawyer when he was introducing himself. I am the most trusted of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Every day, every court day, he will come and wear his glasses with his bleaching face, and he come and begin to pose and be talking on media. But the moment he began to speak from two sides of his mouth, Biafrans deserted him. Our Prime Minister warned him that the Biafrans will come after you and they will desert you. He thought it was a joke. They deserted him completely. All of a sudden, Ejimako picked up the mantle. Ejimako was going up gradually. He was going, and Biafrans were following him, until Ejimako ate the forbidden fruit. And he brought a letter and said, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wrote. And I asked him, since that day he brought that letter, after that letter to today, has he ever seen Mazi Nnamdi Kanu again? From the moment he brought that letter to date, have he ever met Mazi Nnamdi Kanu again? That was how he destroyed his own career. He destroyed his own career in broad daylight. And when our Prime Minister came out and questioned him and asked him, Ken, where are you? He ran to Twitter and he said, I am in a sabbatical leave. He says he's in a sabbatical leave. Yeah, in a sabbatical leave. When your client, who has been given freedom, has not been freed. When the life of your client is in danger, your client is crying and complaining that his life is in danger, his health is deteriorating very, very seriously, you are in sabbatical leave. This is how they end themselves. And that is why we say, if you are standing today with the Biafra Republic Government in exile, you should thank your star. Be proud of yourself and stay strong. Tight your belt very strong. The moment you lose it and you lose your seat, you lose it forever. Any position you find yourself in today, as a Biafran, every one of us is occupying a seat. You that is on the comment section watching us, you're occupying a seat. As long as a Biafran, If you lose that seed and you begin to pick up another identity, you are gone and gone for good. Every one of us had a role to play in this very struggle. There is something you can do. There is something I can do. Time has gone when we are living in confusion. Time has gone when you're living in confusion. Look at only a short clip that was presented about the Liberation Army. All hell break loose. And if you can tell yourself the truth, anybody that have been following events since the kidnapping of Mazen Kanu, if you have been following, not even before the kidnapping of Mazen Kanu, if you have been following events, like my own very self, I started following this event closely from 2015. From 2015, when Mazen Kanu was kidnapped for the first time, that was when I paid close attention and began to follow. And if you have been following for a very long time, I want you to compare the success that have been made within these 2 years that Mazen Kanu was kidnapped and what we have achieved while Mazen Kanu was there. I want you to compare what have been achieved within space of 2 years with little or nothing. IPOB for the past years have made a great income. They made money. But these criminals surrounded Mazen Kanu, and all they were doing is to bring means to steal those money from Mazen Kanu. We hear about lobbying. And with all the lobbying they were lobbying, where Mazen Kanu said in those that IPOB was paying almost $200,000 per month for a lobbyist in the United States. This is how much they were stealing from him. With all that lobbies they were paying in the United States, yet the US sold Tucano Jet to Nigeria. They sold Tucano Jet to Nigeria, and they removed Nigerians' name from the list of the countries terrorizing Christians and intimidating their people. With all those lobbying. But today, without any lobbying, without going to the United States, we have made great gain. Even during that time, our supreme leader, Mazen Kanu, attended Donald Trump rally, and he was not recognized. Yet you had a lobbyist. But today, Mazen Simon Ekpa is in Finland, making waves, and the Donald Trump camp is recognizing him as a prime minister. So many gains have been made. We have had much more allies today than we had before. We have much more allies, people supporting Biafra now more than before. Today, we have more committed and intelligent people in Biafra struggle today. It is no longer, do you hear the word miscreant anymore? You know, initially, they will come, they say miscreant. When was the last time you had the SH0CK Republic addressing IPOB as miscreant? They don't longer use that terms anymore, because IPOB have been sanitized through our Prime Minister, Mazen Simon Ekpa, and today we have a sane organization. We are now a government. Go to the government, go to the cabinet and watch. Go to the website. Look at the people you can see in that cabinet. You have professors, you have doctors, you have engineers, you have nurses, you have businessmen and women, qualified people with their face and address, people you know. We have crossed the stage where somebody will hide under keyboard and begin to claim what do they, as they say, is a representative of Biafra or whatever, spokesperson. You hide under your keyboard, be typing, you're a spokesperson. Spokesperson with no address. We don't know your qualification. We don't know your name. We don't even know if you exist at all. Today, the spokesperson of Biafra and the Prime Minister is well known. If you don't know him, just go and type in Wikipedia about him. You see his qualifications there. The SH0CK Republic themselves have introduced him by inviting Finnish ambassador to ask about him. And the Finnish ambassador told them, this man you are talking about is our citizen and he has all the rights. They've engaged the external affairs minister of Finland. They've engaged Finland government completely. And they have written petition.
They also engaged French ambassador. That one taught them a lesson.
Exactly. They engaged French ambassador to hire a French ambassador to go and help them. And you see this, a man with this kind of a quality, a man that is not hiding, he has a stance. This is somebody who read international law, a politician in Finland. He has his own law firm in Finland. He is not hiding. And yet, to their greatest surprise, the Zoological Republic will prefer to introduce an invisible man as a spokesman. They will tell you a more powerful, say. Ask them who is more powerful. They don't know him. They don't know his address. They don't know who he is. But they will prefer to use him. But in the state that we have gotten to, do you see how SH0CK did everything? You can't hide the truth. Today, go to their media. Every single tweet that Mazi Simon Ekpa tweets, you go to their media, the next minute you see it. Every broadcast he makes, the next minute they carry it. Today, that Mapo Wallace have disappeared after the Prime Minister busted him. And to the shock of everybody, when Mazi Simon Ekpa revealed the identity of the person who is claiming to be a representative of Biafra, one man hiding in Ghana in one counter where he's selling a phone. You are representing Biafra. And you cannot put your face on the right. You can't even show us who you are. We don't even know you. We don't know your qualification. And you are there claiming to. And that is why you see them. They never believe that Biafra will come. To an extent, one of them begin to say that unless we begin to accept the politician, that Biafra will never come. Just imagine somebody who claimed to be a follower of Mazi Nandekan. You open your mouth. That Muhammad Abbas in Kuwait, and said that except we follow politicians, that Biafra will not come. That is why they sold Mazi Nandekan to politicians. And they came and began to forge lies and begin to tell us about political solution without providing solution for themselves. And Mazi Nandekan, by his own self, finally have said that for you to go and beg Nigerian government to release him is an insult to him and to Biafrans. And when that one came out, he shocked them. Are you not going to tell me that the man that made that statement is the man that will tell you to stop sit at home? Is the man that will write that letter they wrote and told you that you wait for political solution? And he's telling you that begging the Nigerian government to release him is an insult. What is political solution? Political solution is begging. That is what it means. When you say political solution, you mean begging Nigerian government. And when Mazi Nandekan released that statement, shamelessly, some of them even begin to tweet it. They begin to share it. Their media carried it. And when the media carried it, even this Department of Sabotu and the criminals who are joining this very political solution, they begin to share it shamelessly. But for a very long time, we have said that we don't beg. You don't beg. What broke my heart more when I knew that there is nothing they are doing, including the lawyers, when I knew that they are not doing anything to free Mazi Nandekan, is when I saw a senior advocate of Nigeria. Your own client has been freed. The court say your client is free. He didn't commit any crime. But every time you come online, you will kneel down and you are begging president. You resorted to begging. Every minute of the day, begging. A senior advocate. That was when I knew that something was wrong somewhere. You come and I begin to beg. Instead of you to look for a means to make your voice heard, there are so many things you can do. You can petition the government in the international court. There are so many other things you can do. Even in Nigeria, you can go through your Nigeria Union of Journalists. You can make wave on different angles or different parts. But instead, you resorted on begging. And I was saying it then, that anytime you beg, you are making Mazi Nandekan guilty. Because he's the only person that is guilty that you can ask for pardon. You cannot say pardon somebody who is not guilty. You cannot ask for clemency for somebody who has not committed any offense. You cannot say forgive somebody who has not offended anybody. So anytime you open your mouth and you say pardon or forgive, you are already making Mazi Nandekan guilty, even when the court said he's not guilty. You see how dangerous it is. And that is why I love my Prime Minister, Mazi Simon, but he has always been very, very consistent. The only thing that we have been doing, you and I, the Biafran people, the legitimate people who are supporting Biafran Republic government in exile, what you have been doing is to force the government to obey their own word. That was why we held our hand on that seat at home strong, holding the seat at home to force the government to obey their own order. We are not begging them. Force them to obey their own order through that seat at home. And the seat at home did magic, did a great work. And one of the greatest things that seat at home did was to let the whole world know that the Biafrans are ready to go. I can tell you that the referendum you are talking about, the world have already seen the referendum with their own eyes. Surprisingly, some European countries in their own media, they are reporting the seat at home. I was surprised when a woman reported that his husband called her and told her that Belgium radio is talking about the sit at home happening in Biafra land. Belgium was reporting it in their network that the Biafran people are sitting at home, and no matter how the government tries to stop the sit at home, they can't stop it. That the government have tried and used force and all the of things, that the Biafrans are sitting at home. It was reported in Belgium. Likewise, there was one I saw recently where they were reporting also. I think that one should be in Asia, where they're reporting what is happening in Biafra. So they can no longer hide. There's no hiding place. There's no hiding place. So every one of us today as Biafran, any place you are, wherever you find yourself, I beg you in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiama, if you are standing on the truth, you are working with the Biafra Republic of Exile, I bet you have to be happy with yourself. The only thing you can do today is to think of how to support. Ask yourself, what am I going to do to make this very restoration of Biafra a reality? Ask yourself that question and answer it genuinely. If you answer it genuinely, our problem will be half solved. As for the coming of Biafra, it is no longer something that you predict. It is no longer something you say you dream. It's the reality that is bound to happen, the coming of Biafra. And very, very soon. When our Prime Minister will tell you that the Biafran Liberation Army are armed to the teeth to defend Biafra land, some don't believe it. But very soon, when the Liberation Army is fully unveiled, you begin to understand better. With the wave that is blowing across West Africa today, in that wave that we are seeing in West Africa today, are you still having a doubt that Biafra is ordained? And when I see that wave happening, do you see what I see? What I see in myself, what I think about is, what I see when I see what is happening in West Africa, what I see is that Chukwu Okike Abiama is trying to give our enemies an assignment. He will put them on assignment, they will be busy. While they are busy solving that mathematics, Biafrans will be busy protecting their borders and territory. And before they know it, we are gone. It is going to happen. The last miracle on the planet Earth. They know what Biafrans can do. Chukwu Okike Abiama is today giving them assignments in one place or the other, keeping them busy. And no matter what they do, no matter how they try to stop, no matter their propaganda and blackmail, they cannot stop this wave that is coming. Biafrans are well positioned for their freedom. We are well positioned, and there's nothing any man can do. There's nothing any woman can do. The only thing you can do today is to support the Biafran restoration. Not only the Biafrans, including anyone that is from that SH0CK Republic and you want to be free, you should be praying for the freedom of Biafra, because when Biafra becomes free, it is going to affect every ethnic group. You'll be affected. You will also be free. When Biafra is freed, everybody will be free. Because there's a danger coming. One of the danger I see, that I don't know whether if other people are seeing it, you see this man they call Dangote. You see this man they call Dangote. I pray that Biafrans will get out of this SH0CK Republic before it is too late. When you see that man Dangote going into petroleum, going into oil, you should be afraid of your life. This was a man who went into cement and destroyed issue of cement. Today, you go to Benin Republic, you buy cement cheap. The same cement, but in Nigeria, you buy it and start it. And recently, you saw Dave Umahi coming to complain and say that the construction companies are complaining that it is much more cheaper to import cement from outside than for you to buy a locally made cement in Nigeria. Cement that is made in Nigeria is more cheaper to import it than to buy the one that Dangote is making in Nigeria. And nobody dare challenge him. Dave Umahi was complaining this thing on live TV, and what he was saying is that we will beg the people, we will beg the manufacturers of cement. And look at him, how scared he was. He couldn't even be confident enough and strong enough to say that we talk to what do they call him? What is Dangote? He said manufacturers. How many manufacturers of cement do you have in Nigeria? We have a sole manufacturer. Dangote monopolized cement. He's the only one. But Dave Umahi was not even having the confidence to talk. He said we will discuss with them. Even when he's complaining that the price is so high that it is cheaper to import than to buy. And you wake up today, you see the same man going into oil. You see the man. Do you know why this petroleum price is going up? Petroleum price is going up. It's not just because of the subsidy. Not just because of subsidy removal. This is a plan to raise the price of the fuel. You see his refinery in Lagos. That refinery is almost completed. And they are trying by all means to raise that petroleum to the highest level. This was the petrol you were buying at 180. Good luck, Jonathan, 180, and people were protesting and crying. Today is at 700, and people are not complaining. They see it as normal. And before you know it, Dangote is going to take it to 1,000 per liter. They will take it to 1,005. At the end of the day, they will bring it to 1,000, and you feel that it is not balanced. And the only man that will supply that your petrol becomes one person, Dangote, sitting on the wealth of a whole country. A Fulani man sitting on the wealth of the whole country, claiming the richest man in Africa. And I saw another video. Do you know how this man get the money he used to build the refinery? This idiot, Biafran man, Emefiele, central bank governor, Emefiele borrowed him almost $3 billion. He borrowed him with a low exchange, very low exchange. He borrowed him to build that refinery for his own self, not for the country. And after seeing all this, you will say that Nigeria will, God forbid, for us to remain in Nigeria at the end of this year. That refinery he's building, he is going to go, let him go to, make sure he go to Kano and get oil to feed, not in oil from Biafran land. We cannot be part of that madness. A man that have destroyed, look at when he entered to cement, he destroyed rice and sugar. They made him only so producer and so importer. And every item he goes into, it becomes very expensive.
Yes, you are right. One bag of rice now, as of the time I bought last, one bag of rice is 50,000. 50,000 for you to get a good rice. 50,000.
This is the situation we find ourselves. But some people, I don't know why people are sleeping. They are not seeing this danger. This is another danger coming. If this man succeeds in entering into this oil, I say you will buy petrol for 1,000 naira per liter.
They will adapt it too. They will think it's normal. The problem our people have, when I'm talking about our people, I don't mean Biafra, I'm speaking about Nigeria generally, is that we don't know our rights. That's just the problem. Anything that happens, they think is normal. They don't know their rights. That is just, look at what happens in France. Was it in France when the government increased the working retirement? What did they do? Immediately they came out to the street, and even when the president cancelled it, they were still protesting. These are the people that knows their rights, but our own people, they are only good in blabbing, talking. When you say whoa, everybody will run inside their house and stay. And that is why I like people like Mazin and Kano and Prime Minister. These people, you cannot tell them who, and they would, if you tell them who are, they will tell you who are you. That is how a man should be. But most of our people, most of them don't know their rights. Some people think that is how it functions. When you tell some people that in the Western world all the roads are tied, they have 24 they don't believe it. They think you are just lying. The thing is that I see is that they don't have they don't know their rights. And also, I don't even blame those of them who have not traveled to a developed country, because when you are telling them all these things, they can't imagine it until they see it by themselves.
It is so sad, my sister. It's so sad, my sister. And why, one of the reasons why these things you are talking about now is happening is because of the destructive diversity in Nigeria. This is a country that is not one. The country is not one. There is never a time you can have a revolution to change the country that people will abide to. No. If an Igbo man starts a revolution, a Yoruba man will say, oh, Igbo, you want to take over. You want to show that you know everything. If a Yoruba man started, oh, Hausa will say, oh, Omo Yoruba. Now you won't come show us say you know everything. You go school. If Hausa man started, Hausa man will not even dare to start it. The only thing he knows that as far as his brother is there, no problem. He doesn't care. Hausa man, their own system is the Rankadede system. That's their system, the Rankadede. Let one person have it and let other people be behind him and will be dashing them. They like that system. Only one person will have it, and now you'll be giving others small. But in the southern part of Nigeria, that is not how it is. In the southern part of Nigeria, mainly in Biafra land, there is a healthy competition. Everybody have the right to attend to any height you want to attend to. You don't limit anybody. That is in our culture. You cannot limit anybody. Everybody have the right to aspire to any level. Work hard and attend to it. But in the north, it's not like that. In the north, if you are born as an Almajiri, you will remain an Almajiri. Your great-grandfather will remain an Almajiri. Your children unborn will remain an Almajiri. There is no transfer, no leave. You cannot see a Northern today to go and bring an Almajiri and make him a wealthy person. It doesn't happen. You remain an Almajiri all the day of your life. So our system and their system is not the same. In such kind of environment, how can you have a collective revolution? It cannot happen. It cannot happen. And the British know about this. That was why they took people that doesn't have anything in common and they forced us together to make sure we remain in that confusion forever for their own benefit. That was why they amalgamated the Biafrans, the Oduduwa, and the Fulani people together, knowing fully well we don't have anything in common. So that confusion will remain. Before you can solve the mathematics of that confusion, they will be busy stealing from us. But people don't seem to understand it. The only people that have the balls to stick up their neck to risk it to free every other person is the Biafran people. Only the Biafrans are the ones that are ready to stick up their neck for every other person. That is why if I see some of them writing online, I pity them. Because the battle we are fighting today, at the end of the day, they will enjoy it the most. Only Chukwu Kebem know why he gave us that responsibility to rescue and free everybody. It falls on our shoulder, and there's nothing we can do about it. We have taken up the responsibility to set African nation free, not just the Nigeria, Africa. The challenge you are facing today, what you see the Francophone country doing today, this thing you see Francophone country doing is what Biafra have laid the foundation. The Anglophones are sleeping. They are still sleeping. Biafra laid the foundation. This struggle you see today to free the people from the hand of the slave masters, that is what the Biafrans is doing. Our war we are fighting, the Fulani you are seeing there is just a what do I call it? How do I describe it? The British just planted those Fulanis to confuse people, and you think you are fighting Fulanis. They are not. Who are Fulanis? Who are they? Fulanis have not won any war. They have not won any single war. And that is why they don't have a nation. They don't have a country of their own. They are wanderers, moving from place to place. If they are so strong, they're supposed to have their own country. They have not conquered any war. They have not won any war. They were not able to conquer Tifi people in the Middle Belt. They couldn't conquer Tifi. Tifi people in Benue State, Fulani could not be able to defeat them. Even the Hausa, they didn't conquer the Hausa. It was the Hausas that fought themselves. A Iloni that they stole from the Yoruba people, it was the Yoruba people that betrayed themselves and gave them a run, Iloni. It wasn't out of war. So even they cannot stand the Biafrans. If you say let it be a fight, they can't stand Biafrans in any way. Not in intelligence, not in strength, not in capacity. There's no way they can stand us. But the people that are hiding under them to do all this is the British. But their end has come. Mazen Nanikano warned them and said that if you don't stop meddling in the affairs of Biafra, Britain will be destroyed. And today, was it yesterday or the day before that I saw a video where a British man was crying and lamenting that their country had been taken over by the Muslims. They are crying that they have been made minority in their own country. A British man was sharing tears that they have been made minority and that their government is doing nothing. Instead, their government is supporting the strangers. That today in UK, that they are minority, the citizens are minority. And he said that in the next 10 years, they might go to extinct. In the next 10 years, they will not have a say. This is a payback for the evil they are doing against the Biafran people. And they think it's a joke. If they continue, they will suffer and suffer forever. Thank you, my sister.
My brother, thank you so much. If somebody is listening to your lecture, I feel like not going, but duty have called. We have spent roughly 1 hour here. And I thank you so much for being here. And I want to appreciate everybody who participated, who share, who like, and who is also commenting in the comment section. May God, my chuko kika biama goziege. And I like it, baby, no yibo. Katine connect with them of Mamaka. Oh, yibo, a haji bears Russia in here. One of them come up and worry him when he keep Guahananchi cut under 1 minute.
Thank you so much, my sister. We have said everything we need to say here. All I can tell the Biafran people, continue to be steadfast. We are going home. If you have not started making contributions, make your contributions. You can see the effect of the one you have made already. We are marching home and nothing will stop it. Prepare for the inauguration. If you are in the United States, join the inauguration in Baltimore, in our headquarters. Prepare if you can be able to join the convention in Finland in October 30th. Prepare and join it. And also, the Idwakanon will continue. For those who have brothers and sisters in the politics, tell them is either they resign or they go to Abuja and serve over there. Thank you, Biafran.
My brother, this statement you make, Idwakanon, on Thursday, I will be coming live. We are going to explain this Idwakanon very well. Donatus Igwe, you are just coming at the wrong time. We are closing now. I will just give you a minute. Donatan, a minute. Let it not pass. Next time you come early. I have a baby. I need to go and attend to him.
It's okay. Let me just cut it short. Good evening, Ma. Good evening, sir. I greet everybody in the house. All right, I just come in. I've been listening to the program, but I was not there early. But whenever you're taking out the program, I'm always happy watching you. I just come in to appreciate both of you and our Prime Minister for what you're doing. And also, I'm happy for the new movie that our PM showcased. And I appreciate God for that. And we need to do more. And I want to use this venue to tell you people to extend my advice to our leader, our present leader, Simon Ekpa. It's time to launch no airspace for this country, because as that a no-fly zone, because as that has been showcased, they will strategize. This evil country we are into will strategize. So it's time to launch that no-fly zone. And as well, he should be quick to make sure that all of us who are here are participating in the contribution, because it is our primary responsibility. It's a collective responsibility. Everybody must, all hands must be on deck in order to see a success of the coming of Biafra. That's what I want to say in a nutshell. So may God bless all of you. And all of you will remember God is your strength. God will continue to bless you financially and strengthen all of you spiritual and physically in Jesus' name.
Mr. Donatus, I will be here live on Thursday, and I would like you to be one of my speakers. You are invited on Thursday by 8 p.m. Central European Time. I think we are 1 hour ahead of Nigeria. 8 p.m. on Thursday. I would like to see you here. You have more opportunity to speak.
It's okay,
It's okay, I will be there.
Okay, thank you so much. I can see my sister, my beloved sister, Mira's Kitchen. Is it Amira? Yeah, Mira's Kitchen. Good evening. How are you doing? I greet everybody. I don't like reading the comment except when somebody asks question, because if you are reading the comment, you'll be confused. I welcome everybody, whether I mention your name or not. So thank you so much, my brother. And on Thursday, we are going to come here again. If you want to call in to contribute, please endeavor to come early. I will give you opportunity to speak.
It's Rizmani on the beat. And you're welcome to Linda's TV show, the home of news and analysis, where you get your information about the happenings in the globe, especially in Nigeria.
Listen to the sound, listen to my voice. Would you listen to this melody and you will find yourself? Listen to the sound, listen to my voice. Would you listen to this melody and you will find yourself?
I hope I reach you with it. What if we stop pretending and really do practice love? Yeah, like stop putting a price to it.